Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein and the Road to 100, where today we're continuing our way through the road here, and we're going to be in the parking deck, the Ruined City Center, and the butterfly, and all of that. So without further ado, let's, I haven't done too much with Fusillade Rondo in the past, so I'd like to come back to it now, kind of, with a kind of an accelerated setup here to make sure that we are using really good use of this gift. And a little bit about it first is that it does four short shots, fairly mid-range-ish. If you can kind of gauge distance, it's nothing too long away. And it doesn't shoot as far as you can lock on, so you need to be careful when you use it. But because of how it has an intermittent shot pattern between shots, you can lock on to different enemies at will if you have a big group coming at you. So it's kind of nice to spread the damage or concentrate the damage, however you choose to do that. But it shoots 4 shots, and each one does 170% of your damage value, of your physical damage value. But then after the 170% of the damage value, it goes into the scaling, and it adds all the scaling factors into the weapon as well. So you want to have a very high physical damage, but at the same time you want to have a very high scaling factors on your weapons. And obviously the best one for Fusillade Rondo is the Libertador Intensified, because it has a willpower of B+ as a scaling, and it's got a fairly high damage value here, but it does really well. Now the second highest is the Argent Wolf Bayonet here, and this has a B+ in willpower as well, so it does almost the same damage, but because it has a lower scaling in mind, it doesn't do as quite much damage as the Libertador. And then the third highest would be the Black Bayonet Fortified here, because it also has a B+ in willpower. So if you find a bayonet here with a B+ in willpower, that's typically where you want to go. Now you would think that the Thunderbolt Intensified would do even more, but it doesn't have any mind scaling at all, so you lose out on all the mind scaling, and so you're left with just willpower. So this is something that you would not want to go for. So something that has both mind and willpower and fairly high. So the Rubelite Piercer is a pretty good choice. It's kind of in the average to mid-tier to range of damage, but because it's pretty light, it could be a good option, so kind of pick your poison there. And you would think that the Intensified here would do more damage, but it doesn't, because it has a 40% decrease to your base damage. It's not worth the damage hit there to pick up from scaling, because scaling is pretty good, but it's really from this physical value, and then scaling adds onto that later on. So you definitely want to pick something, either the Argent Wolf Bayonet or the Libertador. The Libertador, since it's fairly simple and straightforward to get, it makes sense to be the one that you would use. Now this gift is a Pierce Blood gift, so it does have fairly limited use, but just the fact that, just because of the typing of what it is, being Pierce Blood, it has a very limited enemy pool that it can come up against. So what we're going to be attempting here is to go for just very quick shots, and see if we can get through here without too much trouble. And we're hopefully going to be paired up with Mia here as much as we can. We're going to need a ton of ichor to make sure that we go for all these things here. And oops, I wanted to go for as many backstabs there as we could. Okay, so these guys have a 10% resistance, weakness to blood damage, so it works out nice that we can get an extra 10% damage regardless of what these guys are strong to, and that really helps out. Okay, ouch. Okay, we'll just shoot this guy. Can't see what's going on there, but that's okay.
I don't like tight spaces like this.
Oops. Okay. Can I get a backstab? Nope. There it is. Okay. And we're kind of you know, ichor starved here, which is why this is so problematic. Okay. But if we get into a point where we have enough ichor to actually go for Mia, the Fusillade Rondo absolutely wrecks, because it will be able to shoot very, 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 very fast. So if we need a little bit more ichor here, we can go for the Devour version and get 9 ichor now on a backstab, which is very, very nice. And we don't really need a whole lot of damage out of our Veil. We just need speed and ichor damage. So very good. And now we can go for this, and it shoots very, very fast now. Ouch, ouch! I can't believe that guy hit me twice. That was kind of weird. All right, and we'll go for a gift accelerator. Good. And then around the corner here, we can go for a little bit more damage on this fella, and go for a very fast Fusillade Rondo. And you see that he dies before the bullets even come out because of the gift accelerators and everything. Okay. Oops. And there we switched enemies and got both of them in one shot there, so that's very nice. Okay, give me a backstab. There we go. And it works versus these fellas because they are... oh, come on, where is this guy? There we go, we got both of them. It works very well because this is a... these guys have a weakness to blood, but as for this giant specimen here, she will one-shot me no matter what my defenses are, because the Suicide Spur here has no resistance to crush. It's only a slash resistance veil, pretty much. So we're just gonna keep it where we're at now. We're just gonna go ahead and load up on ichor as much as we can. Okay. And get hasten going, so we get a little more damage out here. And we need to get paired up here with Mia pretty well for the next area, because we're going to need a lot of ichor to go for Blood Awakening again. But you can see that this thing, when you pair it up and you speed it up, you can get crazy amounts of damage, especially if they're weak to blood and if they have a weakness to pierce. But as soon as you get into some of these enemies that have huge resistances to blood, this gift just kind of disappears in effectivity altogether. Simply because of the fact that, you know, you need an enemy to either have 0 resistance to blood or a weakness to blood in order for it to do super maximum damage. Alright, and as we head down here, now the Argent Wolf Bayonet is extremely rare, extremely rare, but it's a lot of fun, and it's a really, really good bayonet to have. But if you would ever actually get so lucky as to have it, it's a really, really good bayonet. Okay. Okay. Mia, can you stop killing that guy for a second? Thanks. Okay. Oops. Okay, and then there are dogs. And there we go, we can shoot both of them, which is really, really nice. Now, having Blood Awakening, everything costs 2 less ichor, so it works out very, very well for us. And we don't really need ichor efficiency, but it's nice to have if Blood Awakening is not active, but we don't really need it too terribly bad. Okay, and let's go for a drain booster here. Okay. Oops. Okay, good. Now that'll pump us up a big amount there. Very good. And let's go for hasten, and let's go for... Oops. Okay. Whatever. That was kind of an unfortunate turn of events there. There we go. Now we're super fast. Oops. And let's go for this, and this, and this, and this. Okay. Let's see if we can. Oh, we almost got 3 guys in one go there. Thanks, Mia. But we got 2 at least, so that was nice. Let's just kill that guy. Okay, and then this guy will have a good amount of damage here to go ahead and kill him. So you see that we're extremely ichor heavy here. It is a huge amount of ichor that we need here, but we're able to keep up with it fairly well. Oh, okay, that guy didn't stand a chance. But the fact that we're able to pair up in such a way here is really good. That we can go for big damage on our rifle. We can go for big damage on Fusillade Rondo and everything. But most importantly, we have really good damage regardless of what we're doing. And we can go for a couple of things here. Okay, and we'll need a backstab here to get some ichor, because our regular shots are pretty good, but they just don't pack the immense amount of power that it takes to take her down instantly. But here for dogs, we can go ahead and shoot them. So even having ichor efficiency is good for this kind of stuff, where you're just picking off 1 or 2 enemies here at a time, and you don't really need to go for big heavy ichor build-ups and setups. But the Argent Wolf Bayonet is a fantastic weapon, and if you ever get so, like I said, if you ever get so lucky to actually happen to stumble across this weapon, it's exceptional, and it's definitely worth your time and effort to get one. But sometimes it just you know, requires a huge amount of patience and a huge amount of effort, but sometimes it's not worth it, simply because of the fact that you can get the Libertador. And if the Libertador was not in the game, I would say you absolutely need this weapon. But because the Libertador is in the game and all you have to do is save Eva, ouch, then it kind of loses its potency, simply because of the fact that you can get the Libertador very easily, because it's kind of part of the main quest and everything, and you don't really need another you don't really need another bayonet besides that one. So it's kind of weird that that is the case. But you know, hey, it's vain, and that's what happens. This guy missed me, and I'm right in front of him. Okay, how nice. So now that we are loaded up here with Mia's communal, everything is cheaper, which is great. Thank you. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and shoot through that guy. Oops, okay. Oh, come on. And the nice thing about this is that when we pair up with Blood Awakening here, we don't need to go for ichor efficiency, because Blood Awakening has the same exact effect as ichor efficiency, so you kind of don't need it. It's redundant. But in the event that you don't have Blood Awakening happening, then you can go for something like this here to make sure that you have a really good amount of ability here. Okay, so let's switch this to a charge booster, and let's go for this. Okay, good. Whoops. And we can go ahead and shoot these guys from a distance here and kind of pick them off before they make our lives absolutely miserable as we cross over the bridge here. Good. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so that went very well, and because we have a bayonet, it does very well for us to be able to take out some big damage here before we need to do anything. And we can do it all at a distance, and we don't even need to worry too hard about the run back. So I'm kind of taking a huge gamble here, but that's okay. Alright.
That one looks difficult.
Yeah, she's difficult, but we'll definitely be taking our time here with her to make sure that we... oh boy. Okay, I somehow got super lucky there and got the backstab. Okay, somehow she hit herself, or I staggered her somehow. Very interesting turn of events here. Okay, not a problem there, I guess, but it was definitely weird. Okay, and we'll go for this fella, and then we'll turn around and shoot the gunner probably next. Okay. Oh, let's see if we can get this guy to launch. Nope. Okay, so backstab, or not backstab, but I was gonna go for a backstab if we could have gotten it there, but whoops, and wrong button there. How nice. I love pushing the wrong button. But the Fusillade Rondo versus the big ladies here is not too good because of her blood resistance is very high. Oh, good job, Mia. So that's kind of a problem and an issue for us there, is that we're not able to really do too much against them, just because they have a pretty good resistance to blood overall, and it's kind of a bad way for us. So versus those big ladies, we just don't want to kind of engage them in any other way than a continuous string of backstabs because of how our build is kind of running here. Okay, so now the versus the butterfly, I mean, we're doing everything the wrong way. We don't want to be doing what we're doing here, but we want to be doing fire slash, but we'll see how it goes here, if at all, because we have no ichor recovery on our weapon, basically, and it's really bad for us. Okay, now this guy's gonna kill Mia, so we'll help her out there. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, this guy needs to die here right away, and there she goes. Okay, so we have to go back, and we have to oh, and I'm dead too because of frame timings. How nice. Okay, so anyways, you get the idea here of what we have to do, of how Fusillade Rondo runs and how it works and operates overall. So that was a lot of fun. Now for the butterfly, we could do something like our Prometheus set here,
Maybe we should try rethinking
and
things.
let's see. Yeah, I guess we could go for a slow, and here, I guess we'll go for the fortified. That puts me in a normal, that's fine. No poison here. No ice here, we'll go for fire. No stun, this will be slow. I guess this will be more damage there. And this, I guess, could be this. I guess that'll work pretty well here for what we're doing. Okay, and let's try this and see how it goes. And
Want to climb down?
it's in our best interest to make sure that we get rid of this guy first, because he will kill White Mia basically instantly. But then the frame timings here are kind of rough with how these guys pair up here against us, and they stagger their attacks and everything, so it's really bad. Ouch. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Mia. Yeah, she's getting slashed around. Oh my goodness. Anyways. Oh, these three guys just really annoy me to no end because of the fact that the white fella in the middle will kill Mia in one hit, and she's always dumb enough to go for the shield defense, so that's really bad. So it's in our best interest to kill him first, but then this guy runs over at exactly the right time to get an attack on us, and then Whitey here, there we go. Somehow he hit me through the iframes here. That's nice. And then the backstab didn't even take on that fella. So that's Mia, don't do it. Oh, Mia, why? And I didn't get a backstab to save her. Sometimes this game just infuriates me to no end, but I feel like that's a little bit of the charm of the game here and how it
What
operates.
is that white thing? Some kind of
Okay,
cocoon?
yeah, it's a cocoon. So there's no way that we can take on the butterfly using the Fusillade Rondo because it does pierce blood, and that's what she's strong to. So we're just gonna leave it there and go for these other things. Okay, good. And then adrenaline. Okay. All right. Good. And let's go. Now, hopefully we don't get hit too much here, but you know, famous last words are always an issue here. So here we go. Let's go white Mia. Now she's absolutely the wrong partner that we need to be using here, but the double gift extension will come in handy here for us. Okay. And she's doing that during damage reduction, so that's nice. What? She hit me? No way. Mia, what? She's dead already. Wow. Okay. I did not expect that, for sure. Okay. And she's almost... she's halfway, so this will be interesting, to say the least here. Oh boy. Okay. This. And slow. And this. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Okay, let's back up and heal. And one more. Good. Okay, are we gonna get her here? Nope. Okay, and we need some stamina here. Good, that's plenty. Okay. Well, anyways, that was the parking deck and the little area here. And Fusillade Rondo is a fantastic weapon buff, and it's a great way to go about putting damage out on the enemies at a distance. But as a weapon gift, it's very good, but you have to really pay attention to your enemies' weaknesses, because if you're using something that does very poorly against blood, it's going to do really bad. So you really want to watch that overall, because you could lose, you know, 30, 40, 50, 70, 90% of your damage if you go against some enemies that have increased resistance to blood, and it will do very poorly. But if you've got an ability to go after enemies that you know are weak to blood, it will absolutely destroy them. It will take them down super quick, and the Insatiable Despot is the ideal boss for this weapon gift, and it will take him down very quickly because it is blood, and he takes 30% increased damage to blood. So whatever your damage is on the card, or what you calculate back at home base, you add 30% to that damage, and you will absolutely destroy this guy. And if you're going to use the intensified Libertador, you can do let's see, about 6,000 times 4, so you can do about 24,000 or so damage to him in one gift, which is really good. And if you're paired with regular or white Mia here, you can spam that over and over for only 5 ichor, and have very fast gift attacks coming out. So yeah. Anyways, that's been me and the parking deck and the butterfly. So we'll see you all in the next one.